Alright, yous. Hello Rock, hello Toho, hello Zach. How yous all doing? Right. Hopefully this goes okay. If you're wondering why I've titled the stream like this, it's because we're playing the decompilated edition that came out like a wee while ago. And I don't know if it's legal to stream this, I don't even know if it's going to work. But I've mucked about with it a wee bit, and it seems to run like really well, so here is hoping. Oh, who we got here? I am Xenoka. Alright, Xenoka. I'm Scottish Duck, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. Let's see here. So I've mucked about it very slightly, as you can see, but we'll start from the beginning. We'll see what happens here.
I have spent my life
Put the subtitles on if I get. Never usually play this game with the subtitles.
And my father's fathers failed to find.
Hello, Adam.
Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths?
Oh god, still in Floridia.
Harness eco, the light
How bad is it?
world. What was their purpose and why?
No shot.
I have asked the
No, you
plants,
can see
but
that.
they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall.
What you on about, Beanie?
Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy, oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the
Uncharted 3, you mean like the worst fucking game ever?
my guidance.
Hold on, is Uncharted in here?
Why would he want
I
to
don't think he
listen
is. We'll save that for a bit later.
to anyway? I'm only the master.
You'll believe it?
Go. One of the wisest men on the planet.
Hi there, my name is Kari. I'm 27 now, but when I was 14, one of my high school friends, Adam, introduced me to your YouTube videos because I too love Jet Set Radio and Skies of Arcadia. I just recently discovered that you have a Twitch, so it's nice to hear your voice again. Thank you, Karish. It's much appreciated. I mean, I always get comments like that, reminded me that I've been doing this for fucking ages, and I feel old,
Told us not to come here.
but it's still a warm feeling, you know? I speedrun this game, beat like 500 times in the past year. What's the world record on Jak and Daxter right now? Because on the PS2, you can't skip this intro, so speedrunners must fucking hate this game.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know.
I don't know if you can skip it in this one, but I'm not gonna bother.
Harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
This is my favorite Jak game, yeah. We're all old here, I suppose.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps.
Any percent is 30 minutes. So like,
Oh, stupid.
so you must be so sick of this cutscene, right, Beanie?
Eek! What is that, dog?
I mean, I played this game all the time in my teenage years, and I'm fucking sick of it.
The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been a real loser.
Jak with some Sora shit right there.
I think we're in trouble!
It's the only one that's any good. I mean, I'll probably at some point during this stream moan about Jak 2 and 3. I still have a place in my heart for them, but yeah, this is the one that I like to play over and over again.
Man, that stung. I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened.
Start after the opening cutscenes. Alright, so is there a way to just skip it then? But yeah, it's gotta be a pain in the arse, you know? I know that there's certain games out there that have like a really long opening and, you know, unskippable, and you just have to watch it, and it's like, oh. FML, you know?
What in green tarnation do you two want?
They was, I was.
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around.
If you make a new
in the
save,
only
then
place that I
reset.
told you not to go.
Oh, that!
That's right. And then
I'm upset I never tried that when I was away.
but in a bathtub.
I say Wayne, how old was I when I started playing this game?
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping?
14, 15 or something?
Out of this mess?
I'm gonna
Hello,
keep
Lilia.
yapping because if
Smog is raiding with 4 folk. Hello there, Smog. Thank you very much.
and besides,
I don't have a little animation for raiding yet. I should get to that.
there's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north.
Thank you for the follow, Robin. Much appreciated.
Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would
The amount of movement tech.
but I can't do that.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, you know, you muck about a little bit and you kind of just like figure stuff out. You know what I mean?
On for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the fire.
Hello,
Canyon, but its volcanic
Marquette.
soil is hot enough to
Marquette, the
melt
Dark
frozen
Spirit.
metal.
How's it
You
going,
can't just walk
Robin?
through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat
Thank you,
shield.
Smog.
I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
I get the feeling because I'm doing this game, quite a lot of my like
Even if they aren't willing to just
my
give
old
them
school
away,
audience that I had back in the day, it's kind of like seen my link on Twitter or YouTube and they're just like, he's playing Jak and Daxter. Because so a lot of people probably know me because of this game. You know, just like, you know, Ratchet and Clank, Shenmue and all that.
Brave adventurer. You two couldn't find your way
Usually,
out of the village
usually
without
folk like see that I'm playing like, you know, Yakuza 5 and everybody's like, Yakuza 5, fuck off, man.
guys a rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you
Smoggy. I'm calling you that for now on, Smoggy. Oh shit, who followed me now? Hello, Marquette, thank you very much. Alright. How's this gonna run?
This device is a
Hopefully okay.
With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Hello, Cool Breeze. I was watching my bitch and I missed the Sonic Frontiers right. I haven't talked about Frontiers yet, Cool Breeze. I have it right here. It's good. It's like look at the smile on my face, you know. It's good. I've already 100%ed it, you know. And I'm doing it again. I was playing through it again, brand new save file. I'm just like I'm still fucking playing this game. Holy shit. So yeah. GG Sonic Team. GG. Excuse me. So yeah, my cousin was very pissed off the flight back to Ireland. Jinx. Yes, this is the PC port out of Cheston, which I haven't tested yet, so hopefully it goes alright. We'll see. Is it actually good, or is it one of those things where you will yourself into liking it because it's Sega and you don't want to Listen, fucking Cool Breeze, I don't appreciate this, alright? You come in here and you want to just like make assumptions about me and the shit that I like, you know? You're just like, oh well, he likes this, therefore he's got some sort of sick intention, sick motivation around that, alright? Because clearly nobody else would like it like that. And no, it's actually really good, right? I remember 4 years ago when I played Sonic Forces, you know? I came back and I was mega pissed. I was like, oh my god, you fucking did it again, Sonic Team. Alright? No, when I finished this, I was smiling. I was like, yeah, dancer, you know? Hello, Leon. What part of Scotland am I from? The northern bit. In between the northern bit and the southern bit. I haven't had a drink yet.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
You're angry. Why? Because I didn't like your Italian food page. The more reviews I read, the more it seems like it just wanted to be Breath of the Wild. I mean, it has Koroks. I mean, the influence is definitely there, but I'm probably going to be doing like a whole video on it, alright? Of me just sitting there for like, I don't know, an hour and a half talking about this game and all my thoughts about it, alright? But, I actually buy that they I actually buy what an open zone game is, you know? You know what it's like, okay? I can't remember who made this comparison. I think it was somebody in the chat, right? But a good comparison to what this game is like a Tony Hawk game, you know? It really, not just because you're grinding like 50% of the time, alright? Because all the little things that you're constantly doing is like adding up. And it's just got this really good flow. You know how in the Tony Hawk games you would find like gaps, and you would get like a gap from doing something like really mundane, like jumping from one rail to the other? Well, when you collect like some of the collectibles in this game, it's as like simple as getting a gap in a Tony Hawk game, and it's like that's what it feels like, and it really has a good flow. Flow is the name of the game here with Sonic Frontiers, you know. Yeah, hello, Vane. You're on the second island. The second island was the best one. That was my favorite one. I loved all the like interactions with Sonic and Knuckles. I didn't realize how much I actually liked seeing those two talk. Probably because, you know, Sonic and Knuckles is like my favorite Sonic game, you know. And I just think I like the Sonic and Knuckles title screen when I see the two of them together, you know.
I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air.
Holy shit, 26 viewers. My old audience really is coming here for Jak, eh? Don't worry, guys. I'll soon go back to streaming exclusively RGG games. Wales is the best place. Wales is the best place because it has you in it, Smoggy.
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
Super Mario Odyssey. You know what it's like? The comparison with Super Mario Odyssey, I think, is kind of there, Karish, because you know how when you start Mario Odyssey, and it kind of plays like Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, where you would find like moons scattered all over the place, and you'd get one. It'd be like, yes, I got a moon, that's great. And then when you get to like the end game, you get like moons for doing like fuck all. You know, like you do a ground pound randomly and a moon pops up or some shit. That is probably more, that's probably what Sonic Frontiers feels more like. You know, because when you get a collectible, it's not like this, oh, yes, I got that collectible, yes, now we go into the next one. It's like, okay, I got that. Okay, there's another 2 over there. Let's get them. Okay. Like, it's just, again, flow. It's not like moment-to-moment yes things. It's all about flow in that game, you know? Sonic Frontiers ruined my life. Well, we'll redeem it, the Mora Frock. The Welsh are very proud people. The what? Wow. Is that how you say it? What? Walsh? Is that an actual thing? Or have you just, are you typing on your phone again, Toho? You play as Rouge the Bat. I don't think Rouge has ever... They do a lot of like little references here and there. And they're literally references because I think like Ian Flynn, the writer, this time around just knows that people will stream the game. Because I think there's like a reference to Neo Metal Sonic, right? I didn't even know Metal Sonic from Sonic Heroes was even called Neo Metal Sonic. Alright? It was just like, oh, that's what he was called? Okay. I just thought he was like Metal Sonic and that was that. Anyway, they say Neo Metal Sonic, and I'm just looking at it like, okay, it's just like sort of like thrown in there. And I realized the reason they keep doing things like that is because they want people to be streaming it. They want to hear Neo Metal Sonic and get the reactions like, oh, he's referenced Neo Metal Sonic. You know, like that's kind of, that's where my cynical mind goes whenever I see that, you know. I think my favorite reference that I've set here in Frontiers so far is... actually, I don't know if it's a reference, but, you know, you get to a point where you're... I'm not spoiling things, by the way, just so you know. You get to a point where you're interacting with, like, Tails a bit. You get to his island, so to speak. And I swear to God, every cutscene that Tails is in this game, I can just see Sega shouting, "Do you forgive us for Forces yet? Look, we did this for Tails. Do you forgive us yet? We're sorry." You know? Because people got really, like, iffy about how Tails was portrayed in Sonic Forces, you know? Have I played any Xenoblade games? Once or twice. Did I? No, I didn't let's play any Xenoblade games, did I? No, I didn't, no. I know someone who's playing at 12 frames per second, the lowest settings on his laptop because Hurricane kills PC oft. Shite. GG, Coolberries.
Is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door.
Shut the fuck up, Frog. Yeah, Karish, I played like I love Xenoblade 1, I love Xenoblade X, I adore Xenoblade Chronicles 3, that's probably been my game of the year so far. I don't even think Sonic Frontiers beats it. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like wank. Like utter wank, you know?
Concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of Blue Eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Me started in Xenoblade Chronicles. Too late, you got me started. We're gonna go on about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and why I hate it so much. We're not even off a fucking Geyser Rock yet. How long have we been streaming for? 20 minutes? Like, who was at the speed running in here again? You're probably watching this like, what the fuck, man? Speedrunners would have the game beat already, goddammit. I do have a lot of thoughts about Ian Flynn taking over for the series. Like, you can definitely tell it's a new writer, Leon. Again, I'll probably go over a lot of it. Probably next time I talk to you or even in my video, but yeah. The Welsh Cat Girls, okay. Ugh. You have the same opinion on the 4 Xenoblade games as I do. The best part of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is the gameplay. The story is bizarre. Yeah, like, I could keep going, but a lot of the guys who come to the stream regularly are probably sick of it. So yeah, the game is so anime. The game is so, like, and I hate the gacha system, okay? And the fucking field skills, okay? It's a pain in the arse to reorganize your party every fucking time, alright? And Pyra and Mithra, alright, are shit. They're fucking shit cat. Coca-Cola, guys. Links in the description. I mean, Tails is a character from whom the beginning has low self-esteem. I mean, I feel like I could write an essay on how Tails has been portrayed throughout the entire series. Toho, you know? It's literally something I don't think I could cover in, like, what, a 2 or 3 hour stream, you know?
Good training, boys.
Yeah, Xenoblade 3 is kind of a mishmash. Xenoblade 3 is literally, like, a war between Xenoblade 1 fans and Xenoblade 2 fans, okay? Because the game literally opens up with a war between 2 factions, and each of the factions is made up of species from Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2. And it's honestly like a really smart thing to do, because I think Monolith gets the dividing the fan base like that. Oh, excuse me, guys. Should not have swigged the Coca-Cola that hard.
Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
There's 3 stories. I know, Frog, you like Xenoblade. Xenoblade 2 is definitely a polarizing game, okay? It is definitely a love it or hate it sort of thing. Which is fine. I'm a fan of Shenmue. You can't get much more love it or hate it than that fucking series, alright? So, I would not begrudge anybody for enjoying Xenoblade 2. It's just sure as fuck isn't it for me.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grab Zoomer?
Rule number 1. I don't date animals.
Elise from Sonic 06 should take some advice from Kira here, you know?
Listen,
Xenoblade Chronicles X, an underrated gem. Me too, Karish. I don't know why the fuck. That's like the last big Wii U exclusive that needs to come to the Switch.
And in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back.
Do the Blade games have any ties to? I'm not sure, Adam. I'm really not like a big Xeno lore and aficionado. I'm barely a Xenoblade lore aficionado because there's a lot of shit in those games. Yoshi's Woolly World says hi. They already have a Yoshi game on the Switch though, and they also ported it to the 3DS. But come on, Leon. Surely Xenoblade X would take precedence over that. Surely. I mean, when Xenoblade Chronicles X comes out, sure, you know, a Wii U game will take its place as the most desired Wii U port. But for now, it's definitely Xenoblade X. Not for you personally? Yeah, well, fuck you. Shut the fuck up, alright? Fucking Woolly World. I'll fucking Woolly World you. I mean, it was way better than Crafted World, Yoshi's Crafted World. That game was a bit iffy. I like that they added a little aura to the orbs. Very nice way to, like, see them, you know? Most desired Wii U purchase Sonic game I purchased. I've still never played Sonic Boom. I own Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Never played it. Yeah, Wind Waker HD. Again, that maybe the order would be Xenoblade Chronicles X, Yoshi's Woolly World, Wind Waker HD, and then Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric? I don't know.
Has been interrupted. Boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. You're
Probably gonna buy Tactics Ogre. What is Tactics Ogre? I keep hearing about that, and I feel like it's a game that I should know about, but I know it's like not an RTS, a fucking turn-based strategy game, right? I don't know too much about it. Boom stream when? When people decompile the Wii U game and put it on PC, Adam. That's when I'll fucking stream it. And you know how the Sonic fan base is, it's only a matter of time. I don't think I even need to have these conversations, but
Hello there, my dear boy. You caught me at a most inopportune moment. I wish to set off on my
originally on the SNES.
I seem to be a spot short
I should keep an eye on it. Because I recorded a collection update today, and I actually kind of said, you know, I think I'm done with buying games for the rest of the year. I don't plan on it, you know, anything can happen obviously, but yeah.
Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway?
Did the OG game have? I don't know if it did objective, because you can hit the square button. You can hit the square button to turn them on and off like you could in Jak 2 and 3. And I can't remember. Maybe they added it for this decompilation. I'm not sure. But no, I do not remember them having it. Bum Rush Cyberpunk. Is that game still... Yeah, that game kind of went away. Because I'll always remember when it got, like, announced, you know? I just remember all the, like, hot takes and tweets. It's like, oh, Sega just lost their Jet Set Radio fan base. Fuck you, Sega. But yeah, it's been a while since we heard anything about that game. It's been in, like, Nintendo Directs and shit as well, hasn't it? Yeah, I need to hurry up with that. I would love to play it. I bought it twice as well, Leon. I didn't even... Not one of those versions was on the PC where I could actually stream it. So that's a very good financial decision on my part.
Oh my, what a
sharply sink, little bird.
This woman just looking at that fucking cliff.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could...
You have an interview with the Pokemon Company, oh god.
Hey, down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
You're not looking at anything. Like, wait a minute, what is she? Okay, yeah, you're looking in the direction of Jack's house, for God's sake. From a software developer position. I also regret turning down that Xbox dev job back in the spring. So does that mean it'd be your job not to make Pokemon games look like shit and not have like N64 trees?
It's you. Just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those unreact cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
I don't know if I said hello, yeah, objective, how's it going?
Bring in the crops, forage away again.
Have you been playing Sonic Frontiers, objective? Is that all of them? I think it is, yeah. Still saving up. You can remove that orb glow effect. But I like the orb glow effect, RN. Makes it easier to see the orbs. It's quite a nice little touch. Was it Pokemon America that made that fucking Pokemon car? Remember that shit? Was it at Gamescom they showed that off? On the second map, nice. I know from my film Monster Rancher games, but my boyfriend loves those games, and when he thought they were forgotten. Wasn't that the game? Wasn't that the game series that had that random cameo in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, Karish? They had that little, like, yellow sperm-looking thing inside the Monkey Ball, and he went and collected, like, CDs. Am I thinking of the right series here? Game.com. I had one of those. I had the Gamecom. I played Batman and Robin on the Gamecom. I think that was like the only game I had on the friggin' Gamecom. I didn't have Sonic Jam, which is probably a good thing, because I had the real Sonic Jam at home, you know. Ed Sheeran is in the latest Pokemon. What is he, Spanish, like? I'm gonna hope that someday we'll get a Skies of Arcadia remake. We were playing Skies of Arcadia not too long ago, Karish. We were doing a Reiko Kodama appreciation stream, and I just went for a few of her games. And yeah, we just, like, loaded up an old save file I had of Skies of Arcadia. And, like, okay, I played Skies of Arcadia to death on the Dreamcast, okay? So I'm not familiar with the sort of, like, GameCube-specific features that game has. And fucking... I was in the last dungeon, and I came across the hardest bounty in the game. You know the bounty kings that you could get in the GameCube version? Right? I just happened to come across the hardest one, and I had no idea what I was getting into, and I was stressed out. But we got him, and it's all recorded. So, aye. He's got a song, alright. Oh, so he's... alright. Good for him, then. I don't think I can name a single Ed Sheeran song. I'm so out. I'm so like I know nothing about how the world works, guys, outside of like old video games. I really don't. It's not that I'm too edgy for mainstream Cool Breeze. I just I'm just very... The children don't like me, basically.
Could you bring him back for me already?
At least I didn't have an R zone. No, I did not have an R zone, no. You know what I did have, actually? I remember, like... You remember the game Lights Out? That Tiger made? They actually made, like, a specific, like, Game Boy thing that was made up of, like, 25, rubber buttons, and you would physically, like, push them to, like, do the Lights Out puzzles. I had one of those, and that shit was fun. Lights Out. That was a good game. Lights Out, you know? I should stream Lights Out sometimes. Surely there's a game out there for that, right? Yeah, I did have a Monkey Ball crossover. Yeah, because Banana Mania had a lot of random crossovers. Because they had like Sonic, Yakuza, and Persona, because you know it's all Sega shit. They had they had like Hello Kitty. What else did they have? It was really weird. You really need to take a shit before the cleaners are in my house right now. Cool Breeze, that's fucking disgusting. Imagine announcing that you have to go to the toilet, like, just like that, you know? Can't you just excuse yourself without saying that? Unbelievable. As for dinner tonight, it was chicken and rice. I had some chicken and rice. There's actually... Earlier there's this cafe that's just opened round the corner from me. And I've been there for the past, like, 2 mornings. I've been off work, so I've just been, like, going there. And it's, like, twice as... a roll and bacon and sausage, which is my go-to, along with a large latte. It's about twice as expensive to get it out of there than it is Greg's, right? But I decided to just give it a try. Oh, it was so fucking delicious. You know? It was one of those, like... You know how when you go to McDonald's, you have a burger, it's like, yeah, this is good, this is a burger, but then, like, your mum makes you, like, a burger on the Barbie with, like, fresh lettuce and, like, homemade sauce and a really nice, like, roll in that, and it's just like, oh, this is a million times better. That's what it felt like, okay? Their rolls were just chef's kiss. Is that what the children say? Oh, and I think I'm going to go there tomorrow as well. They were so full of goodness. Ugh. No, leave my mind changed. I'm going to take a piss. Yeah, that's what I was taking the piss, if you will, Cool Breeze, because I know I say that all the time. I don't think I've ever said... I think I always say, be right back, I'm needing a piss. I've never announced that I need a shite before. It's just never happened. Maybe it'll happen one day, but... I mean, you guys always tell me that you can hear me pissing into my toilet, because it's just there, you know? So, you know... I think we put this back and forth a wee while ago, you know? Duck ASMR. Or ASSMR. Who was it that did... that was Scungin. Was it Scungin who said that? No. Who was it that said ASSMR on my last stream? It was Sephiroth. Yeah, that's it. Hi. I don't think we've seen Scungin for a while. Once I end the stream early saying, sorry, I need to dump my arse. Did I get the power cell for this guy? You guys are distracting me.
Well done, my boy.
There we go.
You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Only got 70 orbs.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
One mehr. Yeah. The game's not running amazingly, I'm noticing, but it's playable. We'll be fine.
Right! You found all the scout flies in this area. This must be a precursor oracle like the sage always goes on about. I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
If only you knew, Daxter. I doubt Naughty Dog had it figured out at this point, you know, what the precursors really were.
enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
By the way, guys, are we 100%ing this? Or are we just any percenting it?
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, jolly good.
I might as well 100% it, shouldn't I? Yeah. I don't think I can play this game and not 100% it.
I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Right, do we go to the beach or the jungle first? What are you thinking? Beach or the jungle? I usually do the beach first, but I think it was actually... it's quicker to just do the... oh yeah, this bit.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter
Jungle?
of fact,
Okay.
without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box.
I haven't 100%. Not true. Not true, Toho. I 100%ed it in the
She's all right.
PS3 collection.
Parcel if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
You can't complete the beach before going to the jungle. Yeah, I know, because you let off the like blue eco vents and shit. But I always do the beach first. I don't know why I ever did that, and I would always go back after the jungle. It's just a little habit I had, I suppose. But is there any like orbs? No, it's fine. Look at this, guys. There's like nay loading. How do you see the tools? Okay, so I got them on Sandover Village. Okay, fine. Alright, off to the jungle. What year did I do? Was it 2008 that I really did this Let's Play? Fucking hell. 15 years ago. How does it look, by the way, guys, to you? Can you tell it's kind of stuttering a wee bit? Okay. Who wants to bet I can do this first try? Alright, first try. I bet you I can do it first try. Oh, we're gonna skip that. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Watch this, first try.
Here comes a big one.
Steady, boy.
Here it comes.
Here comes a big one.
Oh god, this is gonna be really fast now. No, a bunch of poisonous eels. Ah!
Hold steady! Steady, boy. You did it!
First try! Still got it.
Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
Carrie, don't dox yourself, hen, okay? These minigame when I was a kid. This is it for the rest of the game, by the way. This guy just sits here and laughs over his fucking fish. Yeah, but it's Scotland, I swear to God. What will you do when you come to Scotland, Oren? I better not be a chap on my door. Because I can just see you, because you always, like, message me random shit on Twitter, and I'm just like, cool, alright? And then you never, like, continue the conversation. So I can just imagine you coming to the door, and it's like, hi, it's me, Oren. And I'm just like, okay, close, then go back to my game. Hey, brother, Leon. You know, Leon, if you want to go play some Sonic Frontiers, you should probably do that. What are things that you should say you have to do if you go to Scotland? You can never, like, ask that to somebody who actually lives here, alright? I mean, what is there today? Fucking go to the chippy, get a hag of supper. If you're coming to Glasgow, pick up a deep-fried Mars bar. I've never even had one of those. Because I kind of like living, you know? I don't know, what else is there to do in Scotland? Pretty much, Leon, yeah. I mean, I guess go north and, like, take in some of the lovely scenery. Don't ask me what you would do in Edinburgh.
Let's get up on that machine and break the mirror diverting the precursor beam.
Okay, breaking barrel. How'd you get up there again? Any hopes for Naughty Dog going back, Jak and Daxter? Hello, FC Symbiote. Thank you for dropping in. And no, I don't think they will. Best case scenario, we can get a developer, we can get a situation like what happened with Sly 4. I mean, hell, that situation did happen because Naughty Dog did not make the Daxter game on the PSP. Nor did they make The Lost Frontier, you know? That classic. Oh god, you're all gonna ask me to play that now. Shit, why'd I say that? Alright, I do love food, but deep-fried Mars bar, ooh, I have deep-fried Oreo. I don't know, deep-fried Mars bar, it's like such a... I don't know, you hear about it all the time. You know what I mean? I've just never had one, though. You're currently doing the Big Fish minigame. That game is broken, by the way, Scungin. It's so easy to, like, level up Sonic fullest and get, like, all the items that you need just by that game, you know?
The jungle must redirect the eco beam.
What was my favorite world in Jak and Daxter? I'm sure I have one. I'm sure I probably talked about it in the Let's Play, but fuck. I think I really like that underwater like city. I can't remember what it is. It's in the second area when you go underwater. I think that one, Cool Breeze. Can't remember what it's called, but yeah, that one's sticking out to me right now. This isn't a game that we'd make now. Pretty much, yeah. They'd be like Jak and Daxter. That's not Oscar worthy, okay? We can't have Jak and Daxter being depressed, you know, even though they kind of did do that in a sense, but yeah. No, it's not brooding enough anymore, you know? It's the same with Uncharted, you know? Uncharted's actually too upbeat for them. Like, how are you gonna cause depression with characters as likable as that, you know? I mean, if the bridge to Northern Ireland Scots is completed, I think I should go to... Trying not to energy my badge. You would have eventually, Leon. You would have eventually. I mean, that's why Jim Ryan says that the games are too old for PC, you know? He doesn't actually think that. He just knows that enough streamers won't cry by the end, and therefore nobody will give a shit, because it makes people too happy. Though I do love 2 and 3, they don't have the same whimsical. I mean, again, I do like Jak and 3, but they just give me that, I just have that sort of like, did I like them that much when I was younger sort of feel, you know? Exactly, Leon. Right, I think I need to redirect that eco beam, wherever it is, wherever that is again. Yanked was the game kids who weren't allowed to play GTA had. As was Tai 2, I suppose. What's your favorite character from Xenoblade 1 without getting into spoilers? Melia. I know that's super, like, typical, but I always did remember loving Melia even from the beginning, you know? I would always, whenever I would play like a Smash 4 with friends, one of my mains was like Shulk, and Shulk's colors were like based on the other party members, you know? And I would always pick that sort of like ugly pink one that he has because those were Melia's colors, and I was like, hell yes, you know? Right, I think this is the boss, isn't it?
Yeah, so we got a precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us!
Yeah, Xenoblade 1 on the Switch. Fucking brilliant game. Who's your favourite character, Karish? No, but you said Dunban, fuck. Alright, who's your favourite character from, from fucking Xenoblade 3? Mine's was probably Yune. I am so biased that for girls that have wings coming out their head, you know? What can I say? Hello, Gentle. We're just playing Jak and Daxter now. Melia is amazing and definitely gives me similar vibes as Finna. I don't know. Melia's got a bit more of like a stick-up-her arse than Finna.
Wow, did you see
Finna was more polite.
blue eco vents have been activated all over the world? I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco vents as well.
Here we go. Yeah, Melia doesn't give off the best first impression, that's for sure, but she does as we get on. And like I said, she clearly struck a chord with the fan base because, you know, they brought her back for like the... I remember that was one of the big... You know how IGN every once in a while will put out a review that's really bad and everybody like shares it because it's so bad? I remember that happened with their Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition review, and one of the points that people took umbrage with was the fact that Melia is a central character along with Shulk in the game's like new epilogue scenario. And I think the reviewer specifically says you spend most of your time with Melia, one of the weaker characters from the main adventure. And everybody is just everybody who's played the game is listening to that like, the fuck you on about? Too much water. Aye. That was kind of a meme with Xenoblade 3, by the way. Because, like, I guess most Americans found it funny the way the characters say water. Because, like, I mean, like, friggin' Yune, who's, like, a Cockney, she goes, water? You know, and you got Tyon, who's got a bit more of a posh accent, he goes, water. You know, they just say it like that. And I guess that was, like, a meme, you know? But I didn't see a single person say water, so, yeah. Somewhere between Noah and Tyon. I don't know if it's unfair to pick Noah because he's the main character. I actually thought, like, Noah and Mio were kind of like my two least favourite. Not because I didn't like them, but because they are the main characters and they were kind of like the most vanilla, I thought. At first, I was quite biased against Mio because I was having flashbacks to Xenoblade 2. Seriously, as soon as I saw her in those fucking cat ears, you know? Like, say what you will about little wings sticking to, like, girl's head, but... It's like when they were designing races for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it was just like, bung some cat ears on her. There we go. That'll do. It's like, oh, GG, guys, GG. But then they made the main girl like cat girl, and it's like, oh, fuck. The feels I have for you compared to the fucking last one, man. Gee whiz. Oh yeah, they say Z instead of Z, don't they? Because that's another thing. Like folk in America, they freak out when they hear Z instead of Z. I used to say Z a lot growing up. I guess because I used to watch like cartoons and shit. But yeah, because I remember whenever I said like Americanisms, my dad would just like, you know, beat me pretty much. He'd be like, just don't you dare say Z, all right? You English. Yeah. That's just what you hear on the playground and in the pub, you know. It's like when someone's trying to like question your position in life, you know, how much you're worth as a human being, they'll just go, "You English." I believe Canadians do say Z, yeah. It's fair. I can understand if it was Chapter 5 killed me emotional. Oh yeah, Chapter 5, man. You know, it's nah, I can't really talk about it, spoilers, but yeah, Chapter 5, man. Fucking hell. Oopsie. I miss those. I was glad they brought those back in Jak 3, actually. The way they were strangely missing from Jak 2. Did I finish Xenoblade Chronicle 2? No, I didn't. So, you know, I don't have any right to criticize it, because I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it because it was shit, though. Could it be like me and get a full-on American accent dispute from being born in Ireland to parents from... I mean, well, isn't that the thing with, like, America, you know? Like, the whole... Because it's... I mean, America is not, like, that old. The United States has only been about since, like, the 1700s. So, I want to say more than most other countries. I mean, especially, it's the most high-profile one. It's made up mainly of just, like, all immigrants. To the point that if you were a quote-unquote Native American, you know, the government of America today feels so bad for you that they will literally give you a check just as like, I'm sorry, I know we kind of came in, you know, and we sort of like made ourselves at home. I mean, we've done some good stuff, right? But you know, we're sorry. Here's some money, you know. Right, who remembers this shit with these orbs? Couldn't find those last 5 orbs. I know you wouldn't go as far as to call it shit, Karish. Again, there are clearly a lot of people that like it. But I would. I would call it so shit. I hate it. And I love, not only do I hate it, I love saying that I hate it. Alright, I hate Xenoblade 2. I hate it so much. Makes me so happy to just say it, you know? Literally, we had this discussion, I think like last stream, but I always feel the need to repeat myself. The reason I hate Xenoblade 2 so much is because it actually convinced me that I didn't like Xenoblade for a while there. Because when the Definitive Edition and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 got announced, I was literally like, aw, because I was convinced I wasn't going to like it, like I didn't like Xenoblade 2, you know? I was just like, oh man, I'm not going to like that. That's a shame. But then I start playing them and I'm like, what did Xenoblade Chronicles 2 do to me? I fucking love Xenoblade, I just hate this game. In America, it feels like it gets less focus because of other equally unsavory things in its history. Okay, we don't need to go into too much dark stuff, Cool Breeze. Yeah, the Ratchet & Clank games, they are coming to PS5, but they're all getting streamed. Oh dear. When's Insomniac just going to re-release that shit natively on like the PS4 or something? Surely they can do it, right? Remember that one time in Jet Set Radio Let's Play when you got hit land on a car and it was driven out of the level. Yeah, I probably do remember that. I want to say the angriest I ever got recording a Let's Play. I know y'all are gonna bring up one, you know, one bit, you know, like sorry thing. This is not a razor blade. This is just like an actual knife here, which I guess would do the job. But you know, we're not playing Skies of Arcadia right now, okay? Yeah, the Skies of Arcadia crash, obviously. Remember at the beginning of Jak 3 when I was doing that first race, and I got like Mario Karted at the end, and the guy just made it over the finish line before me, and I was second, and then it was like mission fail. I lost it then, and then there was the Code Veronica getting squashed by the thing. Yeah, that bit I know. You losing your mind during the final boss of Uncharted comes to mind. Was I really that bad with Uncharted? I know the game crashed on me there, and I was so mad that I didn't even want to document my rage. I just said, fuck this game, and uploaded the last part there, you know? Uncharted, I can't even mind. One of my Ratchet & Clank games are doing no armor. Yeah, for some reason I thought I was so cool. It was like, I'm going to play Ratchet & Clank games, but I'm not going to buy any armor. I thought I was so cool for doing that, when all I did was fucking die all the time in rage. But I guess in the end, that's kind of what I became known for, so there you go. Hello, Leafy, by the way. The Conquer Rage. I don't think back to the Conker's Bad Fur Day as being a particularly ragey playthrough, but I guess it was. Conker's Bad Fur Day is a fucking fantastic game, and I think it's just when you have to like stream it or like play it for an audience and you just keep dying, you know, it just annoys you so much more. I think that was it, really. But yeah. Yeah, Uncharted 1 did not have a good final boss. It was quite shitty.
Line up the beam by pointing it at the next tower.
The gameplay's the weakest part of Conker? Maybe. I don't know, I like to give Conker a lot of credit. I do genuinely think it's one of the best N64 games, but it's... The reason why it's memorable is not its gameplay, I will admit that, yeah. Banjo-Kazooie. I don't remember Banjo being that infuriating. Is it confirmed if the sound effect when you pick up the green glows is the same as the one from Knights? Wait, what? Well, like, when you pick up a blue chip in Knights? No, that's different. No, that's... Am I thinking of the right sound effect? You know what it almost reminds me of, this sound effect? You know how in Sonic 3D Blast when you pick up a flicky? Actually, no, it's not that much like it, but... Awakened, do they? Oh shit. You know what's a sound effect? It's gonna sound so random, but you know what a sound effect is that gets used all the time in games, right? And I always associate it with Toy Commander for the Dreamcast. When you fire like a missile, it's like this. It's that sort of noise, and it's in so many games. It's in Frontiers. All right, I heard it in Frontiers. I'm just like, that sound effect will not die, you know? Oh, how are you taking to Frontiers? I've already 100%ed it, Gentle, and I'm playing it again right now. It's a good one. It's a good one. They did it. They fucking did it. You know? You know something that I thought was kind of funny in regards to Frontiers coming out, actually? The current Sonic fan base hates Mario Kishimoto, okay? Mario Kishimoto has been the director of Sonic since Colors, you know? Which was obviously like a great game. But his next game was like Lost World, and then he did Forces, so people kind of like start to lose... It happens all the time, you know? Whatever their latest work is, that's what they're judged at forever, you know? And he was the director of Frontiers as well, so he's probably going to be a bit more well-liked by the fan base for the time being. But I remember he actually tweeted talking about how the game is coming out in like a few days, and that he was starting to feel like really anxious. And everybody started to like warm up to him then, because it's just like as soon as they show like a shred of humanity, that's when people sort of like, oh, these guys in the credits that I keep talking shit on are actually people, okay? And then people proceeded to like, you know... I saw people in the replies to that tweet talk about, oh, Sega's the bad guy, because they need a bad guy. They need a bad guy, so they can't, like, talk shit on Kishimoto anymore. They have to go to Sega. It was the same thing with fucking Helena Taylor, you know, that cow, when she's, like, moaning about not getting paid enough. You know, people needed an enemy, and now she's the enemy, you know? Admittedly, I've only been pretty down on Kishimoto for a while now. But what it makes me... He seems to be an alright guy, like the people from Sonic Team. Yeah, I mean, they're not really like... I mean, Yuji Naka and to an extent Takashi Iizuka are an exception here, but a lot of the employees at Sonic Team aren't particularly, like, vocal. You know, they don't, like, tweet too much. I've only seen... In fact, Tomoya Otani, I think that's his name, who's, like, the sound guy over there at Sonic Team now. You know, he's been tweeting a lot. He tweeted out saying, "Oh, pricks, stop spoiling Sonic Frontiers. Go out and buy it, alright?" Anybody see that? If I get it, when it's on big discount. I think it's worth it as is, Adam, but, you know, I'll leave that up to you. People are always looking for someone to blame. Yeah, pretty much. It's a shame. I mean... It's like, yeah, we talked a little bit about... I mean, everybody was talking about that shit when it happened because, you know, it was a great Twitter clout story, you know? The fact that someone who was, like, being abused by a corporation, who was also a woman, you know? It's like, everybody's obviously going to be like, fuck you, Platinum, fuck you, Hideki Kamiya. And then, like, literally, like, 2 days later, everybody's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have tweeted all that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Fuck Helena Taylor. Fuck Helena Taylor. Everybody's got to be aggressive at Sutton, you know? Young antagonized. I remember the things, yeah, that was a thing with me as well, Gentle. That and the fact that she, in one of the videos, she also brought up how it was, like, negatively affecting her mental health, alright? Like, I don't want to sound like a dick for saying it like this, but as soon as she said that, I was just like, why are you even bringing that up? You know, it was like, she was genuinely trying to go for the pity points, obviously. But yeah. Don't care for the open world. It's not open world, Adam. It's open zone. You know. Things that really pisses me off is when fans can't treat game developers like fellow human beings. Pretty much. Pretty much. Hideki Miya acted childish either way. Well, here's my thing about this, Gentle. Yes, he like, people were using the fact that he was blocking people as, like, evidence as to, see, he is a prick. He did wrong Helena Taylor. Look, he just blocked me. Hideki Kamiya blocks fucking everybody who replies to him. He just does that, you know? So it was like, yeah. And obviously he's going to respect the NDA, which Helena Taylor did not, so, aye. I mean, I don't think Platinum or Nintendo even officially responded to that situation. I think Jason Schreier just did some research and that's what everybody got, wasn't it? When women do stupid shit like that, don't group me in with them, yeah. Yeah, I know, I get what you mean, like, Karish, you know. I'm just saying that, like, that's a great way to, like, get a bit of, like, a Twitter clout thing going. You know what I mean? Like, because I remember when we were talking about it before, Dreamcast guy, his, like, response, which I love, you know, how much he plays the victim on a situation that has literally nothing to do with him. He literally says in that video, go watch it, go fucking watch it. He literally says in that video, he's sitting there, his voice is quivering. It's like, I just didn't think a woman would do this. You know, that literally, those are his words. I didn't think a woman would do this. It's like, aye. It's like, hello, Baker. We're talking about Ms. Witch. We're talking about Ms. Bitch, yeah. Although, listen, we don't need to, like, punch down too much here, okay? Clearly clearly she lost, you know, so there's no need to, like, kick a dead horse with this shit, you know? Bayonetta 3 was good. I do think it was, like, the weakest game in the series, admittingly. But it was still really good, you know? I remember seeing Jak 2 demo on stores years ago, but I never got until PS3 collection. Yeah, Jak 2 was the hardest, yeah. Anybody else here played Bayonetta 3 actually? Because I really want to talk about the ending. The ending took some balls, like, for the ending of Bayonetta 3, that is. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, dang. That was brave, guys. That was very brave. Really enjoyed it, yeah. Doc, how could I Sonic Frontiers out? I don't have it on the fucking PC. I've already 100%ed it, yours truly. In fact, I'm playing it again right now, but I decided, you know what, I need to do something that's not Sonic for a little bit. So I came on to do some Jak and Daxter. Yeah, I'm liking it too, yours truly. It's a good game.
We should go tell that windbag of the mayor that he owes us big time for connecting the village energy beam.
What else do I have to do in the jungle? Banana games are just wild and fun, period. Anyone who likes combat in video games should play them. Yeah, they're really good. Again, I think the first two are like a good bit better than the third, but the third is still really good. A big part of it is because it's on the Switch, you know, it just does not like the fact that it's on the Switch. The music is so good. Oh god. You know what, I can't stop listening. You know what my favourite song so far? There's several supersonic boss fights in Frontiers, okay? I think this is well known, and they each have like their own theme song. The third one, the third supersonic boss theme, oh, chef's kiss. Okay, there's still 40 to get here. Return to the mayor. What was this one? Shit. What's this one that I'm missing here, guys? Nintendo Life. Yep, that's what you do with the Switch. I'm doing that quite a bit right now with Persona 5, actually. I love just taking it on the train and shit, and just playing that game. Right, I'm missing 40 orbs. Where the fuck are they? What are your thoughts on the dimension levels? I like them, but I'm getting sick of the background stage on every music. I like them. I like them a fair bit. Marshall, you know? They're, there's a lot to say about them, I will admit, but it's harder to get annoyed at them because unlike Forces, these sort of like bite-sized minute-long levels, they're not the main game. They're kind of just treated as like a side thing. So they're harder to get mad at, you know? But I definitely had some moments where I was like, oh god, I think Forces, I think playing the levels in Forces is actually more fun than this, but yeah. The dimension levels are really slow. Yeah, they kind of are. You really do kind of like yearn for a proper boost in some of those levels, you know? But the ones that are like based on Sonic Adventure 2 levels, they actually fit quite well, I would say. Sonic Frontiers Game of the Year? No, not quite. I think my game... I was just saying this earlier. I think my Game of the Year so far is Xenoblade Chronicles 3, if I had to pick one. But Frontiers is going to be on the top 10 at least, you know? Absolutely. I mean... I'd recommend it. If you like Sonic Wee Walrus, definitely go for it. It's good shit, you know? Water? Yeah, like all... Well, not every level, but a lot of them are based on like past levels. There's a few original ones in there. And they're fine. You know, some of them are just like so much bigger than others to... You know, quite a few of them take like less than a minute to get through, but some of them take like 2 or 3 minutes. It's mental. I do love the cyberspace music, you know. It's very Tomoya Otani. I mean, in terms of music, the best bit of this game easily is like the Supersonic boss themes, you know. They're just like, you know. Like, I've watched like a bunch of reaction videos when people get up to these fights, and every time everybody is just losing their shit. It's great to watch, you know. It was weird the games that they chose to, because let me see, there was some Forces levels, Generations, Colors, SA2, and I think that was it. I don't think they took from any other games other than that. I definitely didn't notice any SA1 levels. All the techie music in Frontier slaps. Well, I do that like every year, yours truly, you know. Some years it's hard because I actually spend such little time playing new games. Because let me think, what would some of the runners-up be for this year? Xenoblade 3, Frontiers. We'll put Bayonetta 3 in there, sure. Is it right to include Persona 5 Royal? It came out this year and I was playing it for the first time. I haven't even finished it yet, but I feel like I'm alright to do that. There actually wasn't an RGG. No, there was an RGG game this year. The Kaito Files. I'm probably just going to say the Kaito Files just because, you know. What else is there? Did I play it on Steam or Switch? Neither. I played it on the Xbox, and I picked up it on PS5 as well physically, because I make smart decisions with my money, you know. Let me think. What else came out this year? Did I get the Steelbook? I did. You know, the Steelbook that Sega was just like, right, we've got a bunch of these. Even if they bought it on Switch, just give them the Steelbook with the disc to go into. Help me out here, guys. What else came out this year? Rune Factory 5, didn't play that one. Soul Hackers 2, nah. Soul Hackers 2 is okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't finish it either, but... yeah, I wouldn't put that on like a Game of the Year list. God of War Ragnarok, not played it yet. Stray, no, I didn't play Stray. I'm drawing a fucking blank. What else came out this year? Fish sticks or chicken nuggets? Elden Ring. Nah, Elden Ring was one of the worst games I've ever played. There was the downloadable content. Yeah, I didn't play that, but I did like RE8, you know. Hello, Marshall. I don't know if I said hello or yet, no. Star Ocean 6. I was kind of tempted by that, because it did actually get decent reviews, but has not happened yet. Tactics Ogre. Obviously, I've not played Tactics Ogre yet. One of the one. No, I'm taking the piss. I say that all the time, Karish. I do own Elden Ring, but I don't like the Souls games. Like a friend of mine actually, he said he accidentally bought like 2 copies, and I was like, aye, alright, and he sold me like Elden Ring for like 20 quid. So I was like, alright, let's give this a try, but I don't know, it just felt like, it was open world, which was cool, I guess, but in a lot of ways it just felt like another Souls game, which I really couldn't get into, so... Clearly a lot of people did, though. Clearly a lot of people did love it, you know? Valkyrie Elysium, no. No Game Pass games. I played a lot of games on Game Pass, but... I'm struggling to think what else was there. How do you accidentally buy 2 copies? Probably the same way I accidentally bought 2 copies of Sonic Frontiers. Again, he says he bought 2 by accident, but he very conveniently asked me, do you want this stuff? You know, I was like, nah, alright. Kirby. Oh, Kirby's up there. Kirby was fucking good, like. Forgotten Land. Brilliant Kirby game. Probably the best one I've played. Mario and Rabbids. No, I've not even played the first gen yet. I am very tempted to get this one because Rayman's going to be in it, but yeah. Yeah, like, just like playing this Kirby in 3D, and it has like the same flow of like a traditional Kirby game. It was good shit. You have 2 copies of Shinobi 3DS. It's been so long since I played that fucking game. Sealed in awe. Where's the last of these precursor orbs? Where am I missing these? Nah, we're 100% in this game, alright? I can't even get them. Represent a sealed copy of Balan Wonderworld. Alright, it's time to step into a new world. La 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 la. I know you don't need the orbs to get 100%, but I just want them, Orin, you know? I think one of those, like, things that activates when you've got blue eco and you is holding the last of them. I just need to figure out where they are. Moment of Silence, Balan Wonderworld. But I liked Balan Wonderworld. I know I'm in the minority there, and I can't criticize anybody for liking a bad game ever, but, you know, it had stuff in it that I liked that reminded me of, like, Knights, you know? We've talked about it a bunch, you know? And I know I'm in the minority, but what can I say? Oh, there it is right there, Tay. Shit. Is this 30? Is this gonna use 30? Ten to go. Babylon's Fall. Triangle strategy. No, I've not played triangle strategy yet. Well, that's what makes us human, Karish, you know? Never played Kirby's Air Ride. I know that's like one of those games that has like a big following though. Right. Sod these last 10 orbs. Let's just get on with it. The Wii Kirby. Oh yeah, they actually put that on the Switch, didn't they? Is that out yet, the Return to Dreamland on the Switch? Kirby Air Ride, not Kirby's Air Ride. Shut the fuck up, Alien Guard. Nobody asked you, alright? Shut it. Just fucking shut it. Play it on stream. I guess we could, I don't know. Have I been drinking? Nope, I just get angry. How long have you been watching me, Cool Breeze? You should know this already.
Hey, let's go check out old Fish Breath's speedboat at the dock.
I do have some cans. I'm gonna have a drink tomorrow night as well, because that's usually what I do on a Friday. That, like, beer that I was drinking during my Reiko Kodama stream, by the way, that did fuck all for me, okay? I remember I woke up the next day feeling like my waistline had expanded, but I wasn't drunk at all. It was like Peroni. I'm never getting that beer again. Very ineffective. It was not as good as Cronenberg. Totally Peroni's garbage. Well, you were right, Cool Breeze. I know, Duck, you're not drunk, so you shouldn't get angry, but again, I'm from my... Guinness. Sonic Origins? Yeah, I would put Sonic Origins probably in my top 10. Which, again, I know is unpopular because it had, like, a couple issues at launch, so the fan base kind of took it upon themselves to say it was as bad as Sonic 06. Like, genuinely, I saw that all over the place, but... No, as an experience, I think Origins was really good. Klonoa remakes. I didn't actually finish the either of the Klonoa remakes, which is weird because I was really into that game, you know. I had a Guinness recently for the first time in years. Surprisingly, really enjoyed it. I had Guinness for the first time ever a few months ago, and I quite liked it. So yeah. I didn't pick up the Pac-Man remake either, yours truly, but just like Klonoa, it does look right up my alley, you know. I remember that the Steam version of Klonoa was a bit not the Steam version, the Switch version was a bit shite. Because it only like ran at 30 FPS, even though the PS1 game runs at 60, you know? It's just like, really? Really, Namco? Live Alive. I did not like Live Alive. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's just because I went into it expecting some big RPG that you grind and shit, but really you've just got like 7 different scenarios that take like an hour or 2 each, and yeah, I don't know. I probably went into that game with the wrong mindset, but I know a lot of people really like it too, so I need to get another try. And what's been the best you played for the first time this year outside of what release? It's a good question, Adam. I'm playing a lot of like random games and all that. You know what? Fuck, was this 2022? Hold on, I'm just gonna quickly Google this because I think I have a game in mind. Let me just check this. I think it was actually, yeah. You know what might be the best game I played this year? Like in terms of like retro games, probably Bulk Slash for the Saturn, because in December, a fan translation was released, like December last year, obviously, but I probably didn't get around to it until like 2022. And the translation team went above and beyond for this, because it's a game where you have to pick between multiple waifus, and they all gave them English voices, alright? And they all sounded really good. I played the game like 15 times. It takes like 20 minutes to beat it, but I got like all the waifu endings, you know, I was just like, this game is really fucking good. I didn't bother you to truly see it. But yeah, Bulk Slash for the Saturn, man, that was really good. There's probably some other stuff in there that I played though, but don't quite remember. There's too many games out there to play, damn it. Well, who's this? Thank you, 960 Salagado. Thank you for the follow. Oh shit, it's like 9 o'clock. Ah, fuck it. Fuck going to the shop. You can make this, you can definitely make this. Can he make it? Finally tits. What? Trails in the Sky. I love that game. When did Goku get a cat? No idea, Sephiroth. Hello, by the way. I don't know if I saw you there. My hot take on Frontiers, it's really good. I've already 100%ed it. And talking about to put a smile on my face. More than I can say for any other game Sonic Team's made in the past decade, you know? He's got back from the shop. Well, the shop's gonna shut at like 10 o'clock. I was maybe gonna go grab some beer for tomorrow night, but I can do that tomorrow morning, that's fine.
Are you near the egg yet?
Modelo. Can you say that I have? What about Sonic Mania? Sonic Mania was amazing. That wasn't like made by Sonic Team. I know Sonic Team was involved to an extent, but yeah, it feels wrong to say that Sonic Team made that game, you know? Hello, the only Diz. 4K Jak and Dax? No, we're playing in like 4x3 here. Yeah, thank you very much. 96. I have 24/7 shopped. You know, it's funny. I got the Tesco sort of near me was always like a 24-hour one, but ever since like COVID happened, it's been shutting down at like 12, and hasn't really like started being a 24-hour shop anymore. I wonder if that's just like a standard thing now. Because on weeks when I'm on holiday, much like this, it was always like pretty standard for me to just decide, you know what, I just want to go to the shop and buy a random food in the middle of the night. And there's like a 24-hour McDonald's nearby as well, and I do the same thing there sometimes. Not advisable at all, but, you know.
That was fast. Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg. Oh my. I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
I find it funny to think the fact that Izuka may have been more involved with Mania than Forces from what I've heard. Yeah, you're right, Objective. I think he kind of realized partway through. I don't think him and Shun Nakamura got along very well. Because Shun Nakamura was like the main producer for Forces, you know? But I don't think he had anything to do with Frontiers.
Work with the sage to take care of her.
But yeah, the thing that people don't realize with Izuka and Mania was that if it wasn't for Izuka, it wouldn't be like 12 stages long. It was only going to be the 4 original stages, but he was the one who was like, no, let's add these old levels from past games, which to be fair is like one of the few criticisms people have for Mania, but it literally makes the game like 3 times longer, you know, so you can't really moan about it that much, can you? Where is Nakamura now? Last I heard, he was the combat director in Sakura Wars. Yeah, and I don't think that turned out too well either, Objective. Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's kind of mindless, yeah, but it wasn't. It was just stupidly easy from what I remember.
Quick! We have to get to the power cell before the pelican scoops it up again.
Where the fuck is it? Wait, where the fuck is it? Fuck you, Pelican. Are there any good conventions nearby you? There are, Karish. You know, I live in Glasgow, so I guess there's always like ones going on, but I fucking hate conventions. Okay, I used to go to them semi-frequently, but after a while I realized everything here is super expensive, it's hot, the lines are stupid, and it's just like, you know what, conventions are not for me, so yeah, I kind of stopped there. People in the moan if there were only 4 stages. Pretty much. Is that the case, Toho? I didn't even know that. I love they came up with the Drop Dash for Mania on their own, with Sega already coming up with it for Sonic 3 before cutting it. Is that a fact, Adam? Was the Drop Dash intended to be in Sonic 3? I have no idea. Sakura Wars is actually the next game for me after Frontiers. Alright, cool. I couldn't get into it, Marshall. I do really appreciate that they went back to that series and tried it again, but I just could not get into the characters in that personally, you know. It was too anime, as it were. PC. Drop Dash was in the prototype. Alright, I didn't know that. Ducks don't belong in conventions, apparently. Like, I remember, what was it? I think it was called Collectibles or something in Glasgow one time. And I remember I was heavily into Vocaloid. And I remember going up to these girls who, I couldn't tell you how old they were, but I was significantly older than they were. I remember going up to these girls when I was bored at one point, asking them to take a photo with me. And I kind of walked away from it like, did I really just do that? What do I look like right now? I went up to these lassies like, can I have a photo with yous? I like your Vocaloid costumes. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, never doing that again. I mean, also the last time I was at a convention, right, one thing that always, like, stood out to me, was there were these guys, usually fat and bearded, would go up with signs that said free hugs, and folk would just come up and hug them, alright? And I remember just looking at that and thinking, there's a gap in the market here. You could just go up and be like, you know, with a sign that says hugs £2.50, you know? Somebody's bound to bite, so, yeah, you just can have that one for free if you go to conventions. Well, yeah, they did say yes, but I still felt like, oh god, did I really just do that? Oh my goodness. Felt like a total creep, you know what I mean? Asking young girls dressed as Vocaloid to take a photo with me, alright? I know that's a convention, that's what you're supposed to do, but yeah.
Finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out...
Yeah, Marshall, you're absolutely right. They did make it because of that, which is, again, in and of itself, quite admirable. It just didn't, like, work out, you know, which sucks. I say it didn't work out. It didn't work out for me. I think there was like a decent amount of people that actually did like the game. I think it currently has a better meta score than Sonic Frontiers, funnily enough. Interesting, I think Sega's latest investor report still mentions... I saw that, actually, Objective, yeah. I saw people who I'm following Twitter sort of pointing out, it's like, oh, they're still talking about Sakura Wars. They really should, like, port that game to, like, Steam or Xbox or something, you know? Like, you don't have to, like, do anything drastic to it. Just, like, let other people play it and make it not, like, PS4 exclusive. I mean, I played the fan translation of the first Sakura Wars game. That is one of my favorite Saturn games. It's fucking fantastic. I really hope they... It's probably going to be like a few years till we get fan translations of all the other games, but I'll be patient. Would you rate in Italian? We'll see. You know what I want to know, Objective? You know Scott Strickard, who was the localization producer of the Yakuza games, okay? He still works at Sega, but he doesn't do the Yakuza games anymore. Which makes me think, well, what the fuck is he doing then? Eh? Do I currently play any of the PSO games? Anybody else want to answer that for? Yes, I play PSO2 New Genesis quite frequently. I remember hearing about that Objective. How weird is that? Like, is it because it has a Russian character in them? You know, Maria? And they were just like, this is a... You know, Russians lead this shit up, there's a Russian character. Oh shit. Hold on. A star atomizer revives you, and a soul atomizer removes a status effect. Like, they don't call them that anymore in New Genesis, alright? It's been a while since I played PSO. Or like the base game of PSO2. What does a moon atomizer do though? Like that moon atomizers, I can't remember. I'm such a fake fan. Should you play the base game first? Not really, Marshall. I mean, it's there if you do want to muck about with it, but they are different games with different like characters to level up. But it might sound confusing, but you can like use your character between... You can take your character between the two games. You know, all the cosmetic stuff. But say you're max level in the base game, you go over to New Genesis, your character will look the same, but they'll be level 1, you know? Because it's a different game. Green and yellow herbs. Yeah, pretty much, aye. I mean, do you play it, Karish? And if so, what ship are you on? Yeah, apparently Sega and Havoc have been having a dispute or something. Yeah, I saw that objective. Some fans were like moaning about the fact that that's the lack of remasters, which is interesting. Jak and Daxter is based on that Sentence Collection fan, the cool. I can tell that you are less than 18 years old, I suppose. That's about the age range when you say based. I mean, I would reboot on Steam. Could all be removed because... No, it's like, yeah, I don't know, objective. Hopefully it's all good. Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. Never played that one. I played the first one, though. Anyway, you like my name change. Oh, God. You always change your fucking name. Uncharted is a shit game. With a world where we get Xenoblade Critics on the Switch with online restored. Oh, man. Yeah, like I was saying, objective, you know, they should at least just bung it on PC at the very least, you know? Collective fun. Oh, I thought you were being Uncharted there. No, you're collective. That actually makes sense. Why the fuck did you change your name into something? Why do you look like a keyword that people use on Twitter to get like free shit or something? Oh god, look at that transparency effect. When it's in front of the waterfall, see the power cell. If I rotate the camera, oh, it's back. Nope, this port is shit. Whoever made it should be ashamed of themselves. You can't just have it like that. Collectaphone. But now you're Collectaphone fan, I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get a PC port of Bloodborne. I think that's just the joke at this point. We played Sly 2 and Sly 3 recently, Garish. Like, what will happen first? A PC port of Sakura Wars or a PC port of Bloodborne? I think I know which one the world would prefer.
Let's use the cannon to blow things.
RG Kenzen used it too, but in the later games. Wait, did it? Huh, interesting. I dare say if they remake it, they would take that shit out, you know. Let's see, was there something in particular that you had to blow up here? I don't think there was. I think it's just like the crates. I saw there was actually a job listing on Twitter from Sega asking developers to become experienced with Hedgehog Engine 2. So they're definitely not giving that up anytime soon. Sonic Lore Master. That's hilarious to me. Because, like, when you play Frontiers, alright? I think I just talked about this earlier, but Frontiers has a shitload of, like, references to past Sonic games, but they're not really, they're literally just there so that people who are, like, streaming the game will react to it, you know? Like, you just see them randomly name drop some very random thing from a previous game, alright? And, you know, some people would call it, like, a nice bit of fan service, but I don't know. I just think it's there to get people excited. You get what I mean? There's actually a bit, very slight spoiler, there's a bit where genuinely they just show a screenshot of one of the Mega Drive games. It just flashes up. It's like a flashback. That's not... They do that a few times, but yeah, it's like, they really liked... This is a game where they really like to acknowledge the past games. And they definitely play with the lore as well in Sonic Frontiers, okay? So it's like, I think they're gonna need someone to be on top of all this shit. And I don't envy them at all. Jerry bye, Karish, thanks for dropping in. How was Frontiers, by the way? Was it any good? It was really good, I think, Collectathon. I'm quite pleased with it, yeah. Which Hedgehog Engine game would you say is the best visuals? I would say probably Sakura Wars, Marshall. Because that was the only game that wasn't, like, held back by the Switch, you know? Like, think about it. Every Hedgehog Engine game has also been released for the Switch, except that one, you know? So, unless you count, like... is Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis on Hedgehog Engine? Because I feel like that's never been confirmed, and I see people sometimes swear that... who have, like, modder in their fucking Twitter tags say that it isn't, but it looks so similar to, like, Frontiers. It's like, they gotta be sharing something, you know? Unleash is still the best looking Sonic game. Yeah, well, I'm talking Hedgehog Engine 2, by the way. Like, Hedgehog Engine 1, it was probably... yeah, it probably was one of the Sonic ones, really. Did we talk about Mick Gordon drama? I have no idea who that is. Best Sonic game is Sonic Classics Collection for the DS. That was made by Creative Assembly. The Total War guys made that collection. I don't know. That amuses me. Where's this last one? Wait, did I get the one that was at the top there? Oh my god, wait, I saw Doom was trending actually. Oh fuck, what's happened? Is he taken to Twitter trying to get like a fault? Is this another Hell in a Taylor situation? What's the score? I think that's the only time one of Sega's European devs has worked on the Sega IP. Yeah, it doesn't happen too often. Like, I don't know, Oren. We'll see. So basically, Mick Gordon has came to Twitter to expose some of the industry's dirty secrets and is trying to get a bit of clout. I know nothing about the situation. I shouldn't probably be so snarky about it, but that just always seems to be what people like to do these days, you know? That's True Objective, Hard Light, yeah. Like, Hard Light also made the Choo Choo Rocket game for Apple Arcade. Nobody ever talks about that game. Alright? I think it looks fucking brilliant, and I'm so sad. I don't think you can even play that game anymore. You know, it's, fucking... yeah, it's taken down from Apple Arcade, isn't it? And you can't play it anymore. Sega, why the fuck don't you put that... Why don't you put that fucking shit on some other platforms? Playing Unleashed on a Series X is beautiful, by the way. I do wish they could have boosted the resolution a bit. Especially because, like, Sonic Generations got, like, a 4K update on the Xbox Series X. So, that would be nice. Wonder when I'll get exposed. Oh, dear. Is Frontiers the best modern Sonic? Well, what's modern Sonic? When does modern Sonic start, Cool Breeze? I don't think it's as good as Generations. I might say it's as good as Sonic Colors. Like, do you guys remember my Sonic game tier list? I think that Frontiers... I might still be in the honeymoon phase and change this, but I think Frontiers goes comfortably into A tier. I don't think it's quite good enough to be an S tier. But I think it's better than a B tier game, so... yeah. So the best Sonic game post... yeah, it's probably Generations. Or Mania. But you say modern Sonic, so I think Generations is like the best one we've gotten since the Dreamcast days. Best meta Sonic. Well, isn't that Generations? Generations is part of the meta era. In fact, here we go, guys. We're making we're doing that thing again where we stop the stream so we can make a YouTube video about an opinion piece here, okay? I am going to genuinely mourn what fans have now become to insultingly call the meta era of Sonic, you know? Like, that era where they decided to stop just making serious stories and just focus on like a sort of kidified Saturday morning cartoon style of humor, right? Like Pongraph, is that it? Pongraph, I can never remember the two's actual names, right? They did good work, okay? Nobody's ever going to acknowledge it ever again because I think I talked about it before, you know? I'm old enough to remember the time when it was classic fans who were the most entitled fuck cunts on the Sonic fan base, you know? Anything that wasn't completely catered to them, they hated it. Remember the Green Eyes era, where we kept talking about that shit? That all came from them just being super entitled. Then the meta era came about, and, you know, now we're kind of at the point where it's that sort of like adventure fan section of fans that are like the most entitled fuck cunts on the internet. And Frontiers definitely feels like the sort of game that is catering to them. Just like Sonic Colors, a game that was like, okay, we're going to stop doing all the serious storyline stuff. We're going to put in some more callbacks to the classic games, etc. And, you know, hopefully that everybody will like it. Which they did, you know. But, again, Pongraph's work is going to be forever associated with like Forces, which is a terrible storyline. Actually, my recent playthrough of Forces, I think I'm okay in saying that the story was the thing I hate the most about that game. They just didn't give a fuck, you know? But Colors and Generations and even Lost World, like, all had, like, some may call it cringy humor and stuff, but I don't know. It didn't take itself too seriously, and I was all okay with that, but again, the sort of like adventure era fans want the more serious shit again. And you got it. You got it with Frontiers, you know? And I am excited for this new generation of Sonic and what Ian Flynn is going to bring to the table. But yeah, Pongraph, like, if you're watching this, I don't know why the fuck you would, but I salute you. You know, you did a good era for Sonic, even though you ended on a shitty note. But, you know, again, Colors, Generations, Lost World. I mean, fucking Lost World, alright? Tails was awesome in that game. I loved seeing Tails, like, not wanting to take any of Eggman's shit, you know? But then in the very next game, they just made him into a little coward cunt. And it was just like, why the fuck would you do this, Pontaff, alright? Like, you had Tails being very, like, capable and all that in Lost World, and then you just stopped. So, yeah, it was like, that was unfortunate. About the Mick Gordon thing, he posted the absolute massive articles and emails. Not the new Adam, I'm ranting about Sonic here. Again, I'm torn on this. Aside from the hating the meta or Colors Generations where honestly, I haven't given a shit about the plot for dialogue many of the Sonic games post Unleashed. I mean, again, Adam, I would hold that the reason why, like, it feels like ever since Forces came out, the Sonic fan base has developed a real hard-on for Unleashed. Like, you're seeing Unleashed love a lot more, alright? Like, I'm not the only one that's seeing that, right? Unleashed just, like it felt like it just shot up in, like, everybody's favorite game quite frequently. Quite recently, sorry. Like, tell me, am I the only one that saw that? Because, and the reason I think that is because it was the last game before the meta era, and everybody, Sonic fans, because they didn't like Forces, they can't like any other game associated with it, so they all kind of like clutch to Unleashed. That's how I see it anyway. And I like Unleashed, you know, I do like it, but it's definitely got problems, you know. It's certainly not in my S tier. Hashtag not my S tier. Honestly, I haven't given a shit about the plot and dialogue in games since Unleashed. Yeah, because like I said, you know, like, a lot of the plot doesn't really matter too much in those games. They kind of just, like, focused on, again, that sort of, like, kidified humor. And that was fine. It was fine. Alright? But, again, it's just going to be remembered as, like, this dark age of Sonic. And, You know, again, going back to the whole era where the classic fans were the entitled cunts, I remember it was almost like looked down upon if you came out and said, actually, I like this modern era of Sonic, that modern era of Sonic being like the adventure games, you know? It felt weird to stand behind that back then, you know? In the same way that it's kind of weird to stand behind the meta era now. So, will history repeat itself? And soon it'll be the meta era fans that are calling for Ian Flynn to get fired, you know? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Only time will tell. I see some classic fans who love SA1 3D games for similar reason. I've always enjoyed Sonic Unleashed. I got for Christmas. Yeah, it's a good game. If you haven't played it, Chess, then definitely play it on like Xbox Series X or S for 60 FPS. That's way better. I just thought the writing sucked in Roger's games, even at the time. I always thought good VA shit script, even though. Well, again, I guess you can think it's a shit script, Adam. But again, I feel like it was. They knew what they were doing. Again, I'm not defending Forces. Forces was shite, but like let's take a famous example, right? Baldy McNosehair, okay? It's literally supposed to be an insult, okay? That's supposed to like be in tune with that like really cringy humor. All right, but everybody kind of points to that name as like the reason why we should hate the Pontaff era. Which, by the way, there's a Baldy Nosehair reference in Frontiers, just saying, you know. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, guys. I'm kind of going on here, but I just feel like it's unfair how Pontaff was like, Pongraff, sorry, was like treated by the Sonic fan base as a whole. I really do. Anyway, let's get back to this. Well, I don't want the whole stream to just be moaning about Sonic shit. I do that enough, Leon, you know? Any references to the ooze in there? I don't think so, sadly. Where's that? What's that last power cell? What am I missing here? What have I missed here, guys? Sonic rants are your favourite. Yeah, I don't think they'll be going away anytime soon. That's just how I am. I remember the first time I got all 2,000 precursor orbs in this game. The last one I ever got was actually these ones right here. And I just remember getting the, like, 2,000 out of 2,000 notification that popped up and being like, huh, alright, awesome. Did Frontiers feel well-paced in terms of length to you? I initially had worries about the 20-25 hour length given by Kishimoto. I beat it in, like, a little over 15 hours, according to my save file objective. I want to say that I took my time on the first 2 islands, but I wanted to, like, finish it in one sitting. So by the time I got to, like, the 3rd island, I was kind of just, like, rushing through it, I suppose. But, no, it's a good length, you know? I mean, I still went back and did some other shit. Get what I mean? After the fact. Where is this last power cell? Am I gone crazy here? I thought I knew this game like the back of my hand. Clearly, I'm a big liar. You know what? Sod it. What are the fans' thoughts on Jason? He was initial hated. Well, that's what I'm saying, you know, like, because we are in an era where the adventure fans are, like, really, you know, go sutting up their arse, people look back on Jason like he was one of the best Sonics, which, again, is crazy because I'm from an era where everybody I'm from the Spax 3 era, for fuck's sake, alright? Where everybody hated Jason, everybody pointed out why he was a bad voice for Sonic. A lot of it was, in the end, a lot of that was exaggerated to fuck, don't get me wrong, but I do think overall he was one of the weaker Sonics we ever got, so, yeah. Unleashing Black Knight. Yeah, his last couple of games they did okay. He still had a sort of, like, voice pattern that I couldn't really get behind, or at least I greatly preferred with other Sonic voice actors, but, you know, when you listen to him in, like, some of the earlier episodes of Sonic X, he just doesn't care. Hey, Tails, help me find the Chaos Emeralds, huh? Huh, I like these flowers. That's how he sounded. You know what I mean? And it was just like, what are you doing? Like, I know you work for, like, a dubbing company literally called 4Kids, and your effort probably, like, reflects that, but yeah, he was, yeah. I don't want to be all Spax 3 here, okay? And motivate Jason Griffith. Again, a lot of the hatred towards him was greatly exaggerated. He did do good work, just one of my least favorites, if I'm honest. I still think Jason sucks. I spoke in Japanese. Yeah, I used to like play the Jason Griffith games in Japanese all the time whenever I had the chance. I mean, I actually, like, Roger does a good voice in Frontiers, but I actually prefer the more high-pitched, like, cartoony vibe that he gave in, like, Colors onwards, you know? And I know that, again, that's going to be a super unpopular opinion. But, you know, I do think Roger's always been the best Sonic. What about Knuckles' voice? Yeah, I don't like Knuckles' voice, because he's got a new one. Travis Willingham left. And yeah, he's like, the new voice actor isn't horrible. He was quite bad in Team Sonic Racing, which was like his first game. I just thought the voice was like really bad, and he does better in Frontiers, but yeah, I'm gonna miss Travis Willingham. He was the best Knuckles, I thought, you know? Yeah, I saw some people say when they hear Sonic talk in Frontiers, they just hear Chris Redfield. I thought that was funny.
So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. You! Oh, it's a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
Polygon's Chris, Boulder Chris, or Old Chris. What the fuck's this? Ever since someone pointed out that Cindy sounds a bit like Marge in Frontiers. Oh god. I'm playing the game again, and I'm still on the first island objective. I swear to god, if you've just ruined this for me. Ruined Amy's voice. Because, yeah, she doesn't have that Minnie Mouse thing anymore. Yeah.
Hurry up with those power cells. I'm waiting at the head of Fire Canyon, at the top of the cliff behind the farmer's house.
Let's try and miss the island for a bit. Seeing you type a Scottishism is very amusing to me, Oren. Oh, wait, fucking... Oh, Chris Redfield. Oh, shit. I see Boulder Chris, Old Chris, right. Yeah, I guess I did prefer it when Roger was voicing Chris. Because, like, Capcom have always had this thing. They just change up the voices, at least in English, all the fucking time, you know? So nice to see Amy and Sonic have a normal, healthy, functional relationship. Yeah, I think this is the first game where Amy has not been like, you know, Sonic marry me sort of thing. And I miss it a little bit. I know there's at least one person in here who's all for it. And he's probably going to let us know that he's all for it. But, yeah, like, you could definitely tell, like, there was definitely a lot. I definitely got the sense of, like, the three main characters other than Sonic, you know, Amy, Knuckles, and Tails. You definitely got the sense that Ian Flynn was trying to, like, be like, okay, this is how I'm doing them, sort of thing, you know? Yandere. Yes, exactly. She was a yandere. No, I didn't find that power cell, yeah. Leon, I know you too well, man. I can literally... I think I do this to you all the time. I can literally tell what your opinion of something is, for the most part, before you even sit... Oof, excuse... Fucking hell, excuse me. I can literally tell what your opinion's gonna be on a lot of things. It was awesome seeing Big in Sonic Frontiers, you know. We just needed Gamma to make an appearance, and all the Sonic Adventure crowd would have been there.
Don't fall into the mist below us, because I don't think we'll make it back.
I was looking at the chat. Buzz. The fishing mini game looks to have a lot more effort put into it than I expected. It's actually extremely simple objective, admittingly. Like, you just sit there and, like, fish for, like, 20 minutes and then you unlock pretty much everything in the game, you know? But it's good that it's there. It's a really nice, like, little callback to Sonic Adventure, you know? Pause. Gotcha. You could catch Nancy in the fishing minigame. There's a lot of cool shit that you find in that fishing minigame, by the way. I would love to know whose job it was at Sonic Team to sit there and render and animate all these fish, you know? Because the fish are... they're quite well detailed. You know, you see them for like a second of Sonic sitting there with a fish in that, and it's like, oh dang, that's actually not bad. I didn't say I hate this game yet, Sephiroth. Yeah. Oh, the alligator, yeah. That was one of the last ones. I don't think I've completed the Fishopedia yet, actually. But, yeah, the alligator was pretty mental. But yeah, I swear to God, somebody at Sega just really likes fishing, because Sonic has fishing, Yakuza has fishing, Persona has fishing, the base game of PSO2 has fishing. Yeah, Sega bass fishing, if you will. Official Scottish Duck merch. Would that just be a hoodie that says, fuck this game, I hate this game? That could be like, you could be related to that alligator for all we know. Actually, wait, it was an alligator that you caught in the fishing minigame, right? Invector's a crocodile, so maybe that's the reason for that existing. I agree, Adam. I would agree. Red Eco, very underutilized in this game. I'm sure most people would agree. Unless it's Sonic Adventure. Yeah, that fishing minigame was alright. I know I kind of freaked out at it on stream, but that's just because I just wasn't myself, alright? I forgot which direction you had to, like, tilt the analog stick. Biohazard, Yeah, I think Gamma was, like, my least favorite character to play as. And Big was probably the second least favorite, to be fair. Red Ring Eco. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Sephiroth. Quite late. I don't think any of them are, like, downright bad. I just thought, like, you know what it probably is, Objective? I just think the shooting minigame got so much better in SA2. You know? So when I play Gamma, I'm just like, why doesn't he control, like, Tails or Eggman in SA2, you know?
Watch your back! We remember what happened the last time we were here! It's an ambush, Jak! It's an ambush!
Pause.
I'll say something really teary at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get Shane back now?
Now, I feel like it got really expanded on in the SA2 Objective. But like you said, to each their own. It's not like I'm sitting here secretly thinking, I bet my opinion's way better, so shut the fuck up. Who would think that? Is this the only place in the game where you use the red eco? No, I think you use it in, like, the swamp or something. You don't much like treasure hunt. I don't much like the treasure hunting in either game, to be honest. But I guess that the...
Let's keep you out of the use, okay?
But I guess that the... What am I trying to say here? I guess that the... Being only able to find one Master Emerald piece at a time in SA2, that doesn't bother me as much as I probably let on. Let's see here. Jedi Toho. Yeah, will that cannon reach it over here? Nah, it doesn't look it. Wait, can I go up here? Have Chaos Emeralds ever done the thing where they tied to attributes like green is for strength or something? No. The fact that you're asking that, Sephiroth, leaves me a bit wary. But no, I don't think the Chaos Emeralds have ever been tied to... Unless they were in, like, that fucking Dark Brotherhood RPG. Never played that shit, so maybe there's something there. That's the only one I can think of. How long am I planning to go for? I'm just probably going to stay to the end regardless. I don't know. We've been gone for 2.5 hours. I'll probably stop at any minute now, but I think I'm cool to keep going now. I do have a couple of cans in the fridge. I could probably just open them up and get a bit more edgy. Fuck. No mischief, just the Triforce and that Infinity Stone and stuff. I mean, that was something that I always remember from the Sonic 2 film, was like you know how the I'm spoiling the Sonic 2 movie. Fuck off. You know how the Master Emerald was like a lot smaller, and the Chaos Emeralds were inside the Master Emerald. Okay, I mean, in general, see if you know nothing about Sonic lore. That comes out of fucking nowhere, okay? Just these multicolored stones being inside that can make Sonic go Super Saiyan, alright? Like, the film does nothing to, like, you know, explain that or anything. And Super Sonic can now magically summon chili dogs from the sky and shit. Aye. It was like, when I first saw the Chaos Emeralds, the size that they were, I was just like, what other popular movie universe has multicolored stones around that size? But you never even, like, really see them, so it's like, it's weird. I didn't even feel like screaming. Nah, I was just all too... No, wait, I didn't even go to the pictures to watch Sonic 2. Yeah. Yeah, by the time I got to the end of Sonic 2 the movie, I was definitely like, fuck this film, I hate this film. I had to stay silent, but there were a bunch of kids, their parents right next to me too. Did the kids lose their shit when Sonic was going down the labyrinth zone thing? I wonder. Kids were silent for the most part.
Let's plow into those balloon workers and shred them.
With how the image changed size throughout SA2, small. Yeah, I know. It wasn't like a big thing. I didn't even mind the fact that the Chaos Emeralds were inside the Master Emerald. It felt like a very typical bit of random change to the source material that you tend to find in those adaptations. You know, I was kind of like, okay, they want to do it like that, fine. I mean, I guess we're never going to see Chaos in this cinematic universe, alright? Because, you know, Chaos is supposed to be inside the Master Emerald and shit. Yes, I was out watching with a friend, massive fan treats. Love the references. I think there was only the one. I can only think of the one reference to the film that was in Frontiers, and that's when you max out your rhymes and you go into like this boost mode where Sonic gets the blue eyes that he does in the film. I thought, okay, that's cute. You know, I thought that. Oh fuck, that was close. There's a mini boss. Yeah, I guess that is that reference, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I think I said this at the time, Objective, but I remember watching that first film and that boss fight where he's constantly, like, bouncing off the Eggman's, like, ship. I counted how many times he hit him, and I'm like, is he gonna hit him 8 times? But he hit him way more than 8 times. I was like, oh, okay. The missile scene. Oh yeah, I got that right away, you know. That's the best Sonic film ever. The Sonic OVA. Fight me. Like, unironically, I adore that fucking OVA, you know. It's the kind of thing you show people when you want to show why you love Sonic. Well, again, Objective, you know, that whole OVA's legacy is now strange, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's all anybody wants to talk about. Really, Leon? Next time you're up here, we'll watch the fucking OVA together. And we'll do some Clockwork Orange shit where I force you to, like, watch it with your eyes gouged open, and you better like it.
Good! You stopped all the mind-dropping lurkers. They've been threatening the waters around our village for weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the chance pad, and I'll teleport it back.
You know what film was even worse? Actually, was it as bad as... Actually, yeah, I think it was as bad as Sonic 2. I don't know, I'd have to think about which one I hated more. And I know at least one person in this chat is going to hate me for this. The Ratchet and Clank film. Oh, what a miserable pile of, you know, blood that you find in your shit that was. South Island theme in clear quality for the first time. It's not Sonic 2 and Ratchet on the same left, sorry man. I don't know which one I dislike more. Again, I know we totally disagree on this, Leon. I just really did not like Sonic 2. But, you know, Ratchet 1 was probably... Ratchet 1. The only Ratchet film was probably the only film I've ever watched where legitimately I was just like, I almost like fell asleep. You know how you see like Nostalgia Critic reviews where he's talking about how boring a film is and how he nearly like falls asleep, okay? Legitimately, I was like falling asleep. I was just like, this film is so fucking boring. I don't think I felt that with Sonic 2. I was more just mad at the film than finding it boring, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody fucking likes the Ratchet film. Didn't the Ratchet and Clank movie game, didn't that get like a 60 FPS 4K mode by Insomniac? Oh god, still quite a bit to get. 3-7 scout flies, okay. Well, the Ratchet and Clank game, Leon. Alright, you're talking about the film. Because yeah, the game's good, but I do look back on it and I see things about it that bother me, you know? Actually, let me think. There was... I distinctly remember there was a line that I liked from the film. I think it was actually when Clank is on Ratchet's back for the first time, where he's like, I find this slightly embarrassing. And then there's another line of dialogue afterwards that I thought was... I can't remember what it was, though. And I know what story Leon is currently typing out. Keep forgetting they made a Ratchet movie. Yep, they sure did. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go up there. Fuck. Yep. I knew you would say that, Leon. The fucking film with the hot bunny that everybody was attracted to. Concentration time. Yeah, it's not that hard. Buzz. Speaking of Disney films, I've been watching a lot of the older ones. I ended up loving Bambi, wondered why Dumbo existed, even the old one. Robin Hood was unique, but not my favourite. Zootopia Plus. Well, that series that just came out, Leon, is that what it is? The monster... I don't know, actually, Objective. They kept boasting that it's free, so I guess it's not out yet. The episodes are like 6 minutes. And there's 6 of them, so it's just like a half hours of content or something. Yeah, and they're not about like Nick or Judy or that, are they? They're just about random other animals in the series, aren't they?
I have to admit, I'm impressed. You two didn't screw up. Now that the lurkers can't open that silo, they can't flood the world with dark eco and cause untold destruction. Wipe that ridiculous grin off your face, Daxter. The two of you have plenty to do. Get on with it.
Clawhauser and Bogo. Doesn't the fandom like ship those two? I mean, I've seen what the Zootopia fan base is capable of. I'm sure nothing's off the table with them. They lean into it. Oh god. Oops. That's death. It's the most terrifying shit, that. Tell you about the Zootopia fandom. I don't wanna. It's about what you can imagine, alright? Aristocrats. Never seen that one before. Hey, let's see here actually. Fuck, I only have 5 scout flies. I've missed one somewhere. I actually spent less time on Misty Island than I thought. I remember this being a lot more frustrating. Oh, there's the other one. Sweet. Mourning. Just pick up these orbs out here, and hopefully we get the message to say we've gotten all the orbs on the island. Basta. I mean, what have I missed? 3? Also, the fact that the Aristocrats is based off of Bloody Order. I don't even know what that is. Do I look like the sort of person that reads books? Is it even a book? I just made that assumption. I don't know. Okay. Alright, is that everything? Yep, return the muse to the sculptor. Fuck the precursor orbs. Who needs them? Okay, I'm not allowed to skip that. Wait, can I skip it actually? Do I have enough to get those power cells up there actually? I think I do.
Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here.
Yeah, true objective, because I remember watching an interview about, what am I trying to say here? I remember watching an interview about the Jak and Daxter HD collection, and basically, like, Gavin Free and all that were convinced that it could not be done. Because, you know, now that I'm an actual programmer, the way he says it actually rings so true to me, where they basically, like, they did the code in such a way that it's like, why the fuck did we do it like this? It's just like, yeah, I get exactly what that feeling is. It works, so just fucking leave it. Yeah, so you can't skip every cutscene. I appreciate this. Gavin Free. Oh my god, Gavin Free's the fucking slow-mo guy. For Rooster Teeth. Fuck, you're right.
You have proven yourself worthy.
Now wait a minute. Who were the guys from Naughty Dog that left? Was it Andy Gavin? Have I got that name right? Was it no something Ruben? Yeah, Ruben, yeah. What was his full name? Alright, we've got Leon talking about Disney films. He's not gonna stop talking now. Jason Rubin, there we go, aye. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna go back to the beach. We're gonna find this power cell that I forgot about. Oren, you clearly like to show off that you know everything about this game. What's the power cell that I'm missing here? The bird's yen. No, I think I got that one. Wait, did they cause an app? Oh wait, maybe they didn't actually. No, they did, didn't they? I think. Let's go double check. I don't know what else we got to talk about. Objective. Yeah, I must have Oren, yeah. Super games, oh god. Objective, I'm at the point now where I don't think even Sega knows what the fuck their super game is gonna be. You know? Because I thought that game, Hyenas, that Creative Assembly is making, I thought that was gonna be the super game, but I guess it isn't? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I'm officially just like, I'm officially kind of like cynical about it. I'm just like, Spectral and material world. The green eco one. What? Do you? Okay, so it's this one then. This one with the anti. Oh wait. Oh, so now it's actually like Kingweed. Okay. But wait, climb the Sentinel. I don't know what that means. What's this? What's a Sentinel? Oh wait a minute. It's over there. What the f— But I checked all of those. The game glitched. The game glitched on me, guys. The game glitched. I literally looked over here, and it wasn't there. I swear to f— oh god, never mind. I just hope their super game is Virtua Fighter 6 objective. That's all I'm thinking about. Because people have been talking about Virtua Fighter because Ultimate Showdown is going to be like a game at EVO now. And it's just like, oh god, please just announce Virtua Fighter 6. AM2, you guys are doing nothing. Okay, just please do it. I have no idea. Again, like I said, I'm convinced they don't even know what it is. Because again, Creative Assembly's Hyenas was supposed to be it, but now they're saying it isn't. And like beforehand, they were saying that super games were going to be like multiple games. Now they're saying it's like one again. I just don't think they know. I mean, hell, Sonic Frontiers is kind of a super game to them, you know? It's a much more higher budget Sonic game that they haven't made in like a decade, so... yeah. And I think I've said before, I'm so upset that it's called a super game and not a mega game. Like, what the fuck, Sega? What the fuck? Has Sega ever made a game on the sheer scale of Frontiers? Feels like PSO2 is the closest. Probably, yeah. Because, I mean... Let me think. Yeah, because I wouldn't say they've ever been, like, a super, like, big AAA developer, you know? Like, you never, like, play a Sega game and you're like, wow, this game has a hell of a budget. You know, like you would with something like Final Fantasy 15 or whatever. You know what I mean? A game like that. But no, like I said, that's what I kind of thought they were doing. Like when it came to the super game lark, they were just like, alright, we're putting more money into our games, and Sonic Frontiers kind of represents that. As does PSO2 New Genesis. And who knows what they've got in store. Like RGG are making a new IP. Maybe that's a super game. So, I don't know. Sega's like at the bottom of the AAA field. I feel like Sega and Namco are. I don't think Namco really makes big AAA games either, you know? Whereas you compare games to like Capcom and Square Enix, you're like... I feel like there's a big step between them, you know? That's just me, though.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield. Now be careful. The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
Alright, cheers, Kira. I would love to hear a dev post-mortem on Frontiers to see what the devs thought went through. You know, it's funny, there's actually, I can't say it because it would be considered a spoiler, but there's something that came up regarding Frontiers development that has really got the fan base in a bit of a tiz, you know? But again, it's kind of a spoiler, so I can't really say. Thank you, Leon. We appreciate this.
Hit those balloons to cool off. There's scout flies out here, too. See if we can catch air on those workers. Use the up turn to steer harder.
Oh god, I'm getting hope. Zootropolis. Hell yes.
We made it!
Yeah, I think overall this is like my favorite area. I think I said earlier my favorite level's probably here.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders. Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers, and come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Okay, so I think that's me for tonight, guys. Jack's totally checking out. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Raid you. Offer. Wait, Oren, why are you streaming right now and watching me? I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should we raid the Italian? I deserve it. You did. Okay, you did help me find the Well, not really, Oren. I just realized my mistake. You know. He's just. I forgot to say. Did you plan this, Oren? Did you fucking plan it? Goddamn Italian. Okay. Right, we'll raid the fucking Italian, but he's gonna. We have to make sure to not let it go to his head. So I want you all to like raid Oren, but like throw Italian like swear words at him, like Sega. Sega is an Italian swear word. So just go into Orange chat and just spam Sega constantly. Okay. Anyway, let's do this. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. We will continue this later with Jak and Daxter. This is actually a lot of fun. Okay, then. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Oh shit. Got the raid. Thank you. Wait, what's this first time?